Pook's got, what you got there? Green
Chamomile tea.
chamomile tea. And the cakes are really good here. Give them a try.
Let me slurp.
Let me slurp. You always slurp.
Life is good. Cheers, everyone.
In this video you'll see an update on the house build, what's actually happening. The electrician's been in and been doing a lot of work. But before we get over to that, I'd like to explain why we switched builders halfway through our build. Okay, Pookie.
Yes.
Tell the viewers where we are today. I can never ever pronounce the name of this shop.
Okay, today we are at Beyond Cafe in Udon Thani.
Beyond Cafe I can pronounce okay, but what's the superstore here where they sell?
Udon Thani.
Bunta.
No, Udon Thani.
Buntavan. Okay, alright, we're at Buntavan. Big home shop where you buy anything. Kitchens, kitchen units, furniture, tiles, everything to do with the home and more. Yeah. So we're here today specifically looking for tiles for the kitchen. So Brian said, well, the kitchen floor's going down soon, you need to start thinking about what you're going to put down. So we're out looking for tiles. We're looking for mixer taps.
And the sink. And
for the bathrooms and for the kitchen. And then of course we start looking at sinks and everything as well. Unbelievable the choice, isn't it?
Too much choice.
It's really difficult. You see something and you keep changing your mind. So that's what we do.
Sometimes you got to forget, okay, that's what you're looking for, you know, and that's what
I know what we want. We want milk.
When you come here, it's, you know, thing just take you away from the one we focus because it's too many choices.
But it's the same kind of things we're looking for. We're looking at milled steel, milled stainless steel. So not shiny stainless steel, chrome stainless steel. We're looking for milled stainless steel taps, and we're looking for the same sink. But you start looking at sharp edge sinks, rounded edge sinks, different. Unbelievable, it really is. Anyway, so that's what we're here for today. But before we get on to having a look around here, we've stopped for a coffee. We haven't had breakfast yet this morning. Stopped for a coffee and grabbed a few snacks. And I thought it's about time that we explained why we changed builders. Lots of people have been asking about it, haven't they? Why did you do away with your old builder? Was he bad? Okay, so let's go through what happened. Originally, when we started to plan our house, Pook's sister-in-law, she recommended a builder to us. And the reason she recommended them was some of her friends at work had houses built by them. Thai people, all Thai people had been working with this building company. And we went to look at some of the houses they built, didn't we?
They were quite, you know, very
beautiful. Everyone was happy with the work they did. Absolutely. But again, I'll emphasise, Thai families, Thai people working with Thai builders. And they're great. If you know any Thai families or any Thai people who want a build done, I'd recommend that builder. They're absolutely fantastic.
Company,
So what happened was they started our build, all good, no problems at all. The main construction was done by them, all the foundation work and the main reinforced concrete, the structure of the building, the floors, the roof, all done by them. Perfect, no problem at all. Then we started to get to finer detail. The first thing was we started to design the outside kitchen that we wanted. Now, my plans were to have a steel structure on the back of the house with some kind of decking on top of it. That would give us the patio area we wanted. And then underneath that steel structure, they could put plasterboard, gypsum plasterboard, and put the kitchen underneath there. When we originally spoke to the Thai builder about it, he said, no, can't construct a kitchen like, we can't construct like that.
They don't really recommend it.
Don't recommend it. He said we should construct exactly the same as what we did with your house, which would have meant the concrete pillars, the concrete beams. And for me, it just seemed a bit overkill. It seemed over the top. Now, I tried to put my point across a few times, but you could see they just weren't really interested in doing it that way, were they?
Well, you can do it like the way you want it.
Yeah.
But, you know.
It would all be down on me if it leaked, if it didn't work, it wouldn't last long. Then, and I didn't like the idea that they were putting me off, and it just wasn't good. So, in the end, we thought, okay, we're going to have to go with what they say. We're going to have to build to their construction specs. So we left it for a while. We got to the end of that stage. We were waiting around for a little while, getting some money together for the next stage. Now, in that time, Brian had been in, well, we met Brian down in Pattaya a few times, hadn't we, when we'd been down there? And he said that he was following our build online. By the way, Brian's a guy from Newcastle. You probably all know by now, but just for those who are coming into this video, haven't got a clue who Brian is. Brian, he's got his own YouTube channel, Brian's Thailand, and I'll put a screenshot up now, and I'll put links down in the description to his YouTube channel. Well worth watching. He's an expert in drone work. He's an expert builder.
Got a lot of work.
Yeah, but he builds anything from cheaper properties like we're building right up to high end, like 19 million. He's built more, I think about 70 odd million one place that he built. So he does real high end stuff as well. And he's happy to work in any kind of environment or to any kind of spec, high spec or the cheaper kind of builds. Anyway, we got chatting to Brian down in Pattaya, and he said that he would love to come and see our build, simply because he'd been following it from the start on our videos. And he was really impressed with what he's seen the builders doing. He
said they've done a good job.
Yeah, he said they'd done a really good job, but he'd still love to come and see it firsthand. So him and his partner Pai, they were planning a trip from Pattaya going up to Chiang Rai.
Yeah, and then they stopped.
And he said he'd divert off and he'd come over and visit us. So that's what they did on their journey up. They took a big diversion and come to visit us, simply so they could come and look at our house. Now, when they visited, he came round, had a look, was looking around. In fact, he checked into a hotel, was it for a couple of nights or a night, just so he could spend a bit of time with us in Udon Thani as well. He'd never been to Udon Thani before. Pai had never been to Udon Thani. So checked in for a couple of nights to a hotel, and came and had a look at the house. And he's walking around and had nothing but praise for the old builders. He said what they've done is really good, really high spec, really high quality. And then I said to him about the kitchen, and I said what I was looking for. I said, we're having a kitchen built on the back now. That wasn't on the original plans, it's additional cost. What do you think about my idea of using the steel frame? And without even flinching, he went, yeah, that's okay, that'd work nicely. And it surprised me, the fact that he didn't have any reservations like the other builders had.
Yeah, you can do it.
Absolutely fine, yeah, that would work. So that was that. And then I'm talking about some of the details. You know, some of the details. You've got to bear in mind as well, I speak no Thai, you know, little minute bits and pieces here and there. Hello, goodbye, that kind of stuff, thank you, the usual, like holiday kind of Thai. So everything that I wanted conveyed to the builder, poor old Pook was translating. So Pook's not a builder, has no knowledge of construction. So although I'm not a builder, I've got knowledge of construction. I've done things in England with my old houses before, and you know, I've got an idea of different things with construction. So I'd be trying to tell Pook what I'm trying to tell the builders.
And I have to translate and tell the builder?
She's using words she's never come across before in the English language, and then trying to translate them into Thai to words that don't exist in Thailand. It's really difficult. She was getting a headache and getting stressed out with it all. With Brian, I'm saying, yeah, I'd like that, and those pipes there.
You can talk to Brian
and he's going,
away.
okay. And straight away I could see the benefit of working with someone like Brian. So I said to Brian, look, how about you getting involved on this build? Would you be interested in finishing our build off? He said, I'd love to. Like that, I'd love to. That's my Geordie accent, by the way. He comes from Newcastle, Brian. So we started putting in place the plans for Brian to bring his builders up, and he's got builders all over Thailand. They build mini Big C's, 7-Elevens and houses all over Thailand. In fact, in a couple of days' time, he's off to Khon Kaen, just slightly south of Udon Thani, and a friend of his in Newcastle, a music producer or musician, he's having a house built down there. Brian's got the build. So we started speaking to Brian about that, everything, no problems with anything at all. It was all very straightforward. Pook sighed a big relief, but a big sigh of relief. She hasn't got to do the translations anymore.
Still do, but less. You know.
Yeah, there's still little bits and pieces, but it worked out well. So that's why we changed builders. That's the whole story. No problems with our builders. We'll sing their praises, and I'm going to advertise for them as well, because the work they did for us was fantastic.
Yeah.
Great people, really polite, very nice and easy to deal with if you're a Thai person. So what I would say, anyone who's looking to build a house and they're happy working with a Thai company, or their Thai language skills are good, or it's a Thai family want to build, I would recommend
go for them.
Absolutely, the other builders. And Brian will be fine with that. Brian only works with English speaking or Western people who want houses built. And like I say, Brian, he's the guy if you speak English and you want a house built and you've got some of your ideas about, you know, the way they build in England, you might want to put some of those into the build as well. So it's as simple as that. I know some people were thinking it was skullduggery or a bit of mischief, or we'd sack the other builders for bad workmanship. Absolutely not. They're great, really good people, and I'd highly recommend them. So that's all there is to it, really. So me and Pook have just stopped off. We're going to have this coffee, little snack, and then we're going to have a little wander around here and sort these hopefully get an idea on the taps we want, and what else? Sinks and tiles for the kitchen floor.
Yeah, maybe something else too. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll be back soon with another update on the house build. Oh, that's mine.
No. Don't say that, my
Blueberry cheesecake, it's great. By the way, Beyond Cafe. If you see a Beyond Cafe in Thailand, go in. They're good. The prices are a little bit higher than some coffee shops, but the coffee's great. You get
the cake very
Chinese tea with it. Pook's got, what you got there? Green chamomile tea. And the cakes are really good here. Give them a try.
Let me slurp.
Let me slurp. You always slurp.
Life is good. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. Cheers. Oh, you spilled it. Just come round to the house to see the progress that's going on at the moment. The council have fitted new drains right the way down this side of the road, simply because the bit of land at the back there belongs to Pook's sister, and she's going to be building a house there at some point in the future. So from where Pook's sister's land is, there was no drains on this side of the road, no main drain coming through. So Pook's mum got in touch with the council, they came down, checked it all out, agreed to put a drain in, and that drain is only going to be serving Pook's sister and us down the side, this side of the road. And then what they'll do is they'll put, I don't know, they call them boxes here, but we call them manholes in the UK. So you've got the manhole and the manhole cover, and what they'll do is this here. So you've got a gap in the concrete pipes, the actual drain itself, and then they build this little box, and then that will have a drain cover over it, or it will have a solid concrete cover over it to stop any smell coming up, if there is any smell. So the nice thing is, we're speaking to the council workers, and they asked us where we wanted these manholes.
Manhole.
And of course what we've said is, because there were going to be two here, we've put one in line with this part of the building, which means we can run the downpipe from the guttering off the roof straight down the side of the house, straight into this manhole. And then we've got the other one down the front of the house here. This one they've completed as well. They've just gone off to get a bit of lunch. But you can see they've built the box there as the manhole. There'll be a cover over that. And the downpipe from the front of the house will come down the wall here, and it's easy just to run that across to that manhole there. So it's a beautiful morning, the 7th of March, and we've just come round to have a look and see how work got on yesterday. The electricians turned up and started to run this conduit. These are going to be for some outside lights that we're having underneath this area here. Plus, I would imagine that they'll be feeding the kitchen lights, because where I'm standing here, this area here coming back 5 metres from the house, this is going to be a concrete slab, and above it is going to be a roof terrace, so you can come out of that top balcony door there and it will lead you onto a nice roof terrace patio area. And then this area where I'm standing at the moment is going to be the outside kitchen. Now when I say outside, you've got the wall of the house, and then we're going to have a wall down here, and then these 2 walls, well, there won't be any walls there. You've got two sides open and 2 sides enclosed. Kitchen units will go along there, storage space. Here will be the sink. Next to the sink will be the hot plate, the cooker or stove. And then the wall will come back, just kick back just a little bit, just to conceal that. And then the rest of this will be open to the garden. So that'll be the kitchen area. Oh, and also we're looking at different ideas at the moment, because if you're cooking in the kitchen and you want to go up onto the roof terrace just above the kitchen, you don't want to keep running backwards and forwards through the house. So we're going to have either a spiral staircase or a half-turn staircase coming from the garden up to the roof terrace. Let's go inside and see what they've done in here yesterday. Great team yesterday. The foreman turned up, and he had... the foreman turned up with all the equipment they needed, and then the young electrician guy, he turned up and he had 2 workers with him. So there were 3 qualified electricians working on this yesterday. This is in the downstairs shower room, and there's a junction box up there for the light fitting. And then these other electrical points are going to be for the water heater that's going to... We've changed the plans regarding the water. We were going to have a shower unit, one of those boxes on the wall. But I don't know, it's not... When you go to a hotel and you've just got a lovely tiled wall with just a mixer tap on it, and that does the rainfall shower or the little shower head, just that one mixer tap on the wall looks really nice and tidy, I think. So what we've done now, we've changed our plans, and we're going for a water heater that's going to sit underneath the vanity unit of the sink there, and that will feed hot water to the sink, hot water to the shower, and then we're going to have the same upstairs, so another water heater for the upstairs shower room. So the sinks will have hot water. That's unusual in Thailand. Usually the sinks just have cold water. So we're going to have hot water at the sink in the bathroom. You've got hot water at the shower and the mixer tap. We might, depending on the power that we can get on the water heater, we might be able to get one that's powerful enough to be able to feed the kitchen as well. Because just through that wall there, that's the kitchen area, obviously. So we might be able to get away with just the one water heater here, providing hot water for the sink and for the shower, and of course just out here, hot water for the kitchen, which is another unusual feature. Most Thai... That dog's absolutely gorgeous, really friendly. Don't know who it belongs to. Really is a lovely dog. Hello. Come on. Come. I'm not so friendly this morning. Looking a bit nervous. Here we go. Come on. Oh, I wasn't going to let him come in. I was going to go out and see him. This dog is really friendly. It's lovely. Yeah. I'll come back and see you in a minute when Pook's not about. Pook's scared you're going to soil the garden. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, okay. Unusual to have hot water in a Thai kitchen. They usually just have cold water. So hopefully the water heater in the bathroom, the downstairs shower room, can feed the hot water on the sink that's going to be over here. If not, it means getting another water heater, just a small water heater for underneath the sink on the outside kitchen. There's the plans regarding hot water, and more electrics going on here. Obviously this is one of the main junction points. This is going to be where the switch box goes, the circuit breakers, and everything feeding off of that, of course, into this main junction box up here to distribute the cables everywhere across the downstairs of the house. And then, I don't know if it's unusual or not, but we're having another circuit breaker upstairs as well. So it'll be similar setup to this, feeding everything upstairs. This, we've actually just signed up last night. We've signed up to True Internet. We're using them over at Tom's house and they've been absolutely fine. Really fast connection and good solid service. If ever there's been any, well, I don't think there's been any problems with the actual wiring or anything like that. But I think it's been down twice in 15, 16 months we've been living here. Just for an hour, something like that, half an hour. Very, very unusual. So they've been good, so we're using them. We signed up yesterday to a deal where we're going to have 500 down, 500 up. And it works out to, I think it's almost 600 baht for the month. No TV package on that. We don't want TV. Me and Pook don't watch TV. We're going to put a satellite dish outside on the side wall there, out the way. And Pook's uncle, he's got his own satellite company, so he's going to do us a deal on that. Get a satellite dish up there. That's mainly for Pook's mum and dad or anyone else who's visiting or staying with us. Like I say, me and Pook really, very, very rarely watch TV. YouTube, yeah. But we're just going to have the satellite dish rather than paying for a TV package with football and everything else that we're not going to watch. Another room here, but they've done a really nice job. It's really nice and it's like looking at a road map. Nice and straight and methodical. Oh, not a road map, no, because a road map's windy and twisted. Do you know what this reminds me of when I see conduit like this? Do you remember the underground map, the London Underground map? Yeah. It's similar to that, the way it's laid out. Very nice straight lines, nice lines. Jubilee line, Metropolitan one. Yeah. This one here, this is going to be a little cable hanging down so you can give your head a little buzz as you walk in. Yeah, put your mouth in there. Put my mouth on it, yeah, okay. No, I'm not sure what that one's for. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
It'll go back though.
How about the light? Does it look like the only one?
I think we're having two lights in here, aren't we?
Yeah.
One above the shower.
One there and one here.
Yeah.
But they got only one box.
You know, I'm not going to question.
Maybe the light come out there.
Yeah, just I would imagine they'll just run the wires out from there. See that little bit on the side there, on that junction box that's open?
1 and 2.
Yeah, just the wires coming off to the two lights because they're not going to be very far apart.
Okay.
So one light over the shower area down there, one light over the sink area here. So that's where we are today. Electricians are coming back today. We got the internet company coming around tomorrow. Did they give a time? Just early in the morning. So the internet company's coming round. Yeah, look over there, look, those little children who live opposite where we are. The little baby was really scared of me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Used to cry every time it saw me.
You get used to it now.
Maybe it's just a good judge of character. But I nearly got the ball. Okay. But now he's getting braver. He's actually come and walked past me today, and I shook his hand as he walked past.
So we leave it, they come in a minute.
Oh, the drain they fitted down this side of the road. They fitted the concrete covers now. So all the way down we've got the manhole covers, and then these have been placed in such a way that it's easy for us to feed the downpipes off of the roof. The guttering and the downpipes off of the roof can come straight into these to get rid of any water. So that's where we are at the moment. I'll come back a bit later and see what they're doing. Well, I think they're going to be doing the same upstairs today. So we'll give you an update either later today or tomorrow morning. This is Pook's uncle, Pook's dad's brother. He owns his own satellite installation company, and he called round just to have a chat with the electrician and work with him to decide where the coaxial cable needed to run for the satellite dish that he's going to put on the side of the house. Like I say, we don't watch any TV, me and Pook, and so we're just going to have a satellite dish with some satellite channels for anyone who wants to watch TV when they're around the house. I couldn't end this video without showing you this little guy. It's the electrician's little pet dog they've just got. His wife came to work with him and they brought their little pet dog along with them. So I'll leave you with this, and I'll be back again soon with another update on the house. Come. You're lovely.